Hello, Lisa. This is the first video, I suppose. Not as good as it is Amy's is. I'm probably not as funny, but I told you I would chronicle the journey I'm on. Pregnancy is kind of boring. I mean, sometimes I don't even feel I'm pregnant. I have very few symptoms. John says that we are very good breeding stock, so I suppose that's a good thing. I don't really have morning sickness. I have a really strong gag reflex at night when I brush my teeth. So I do really well on the front ones and very bad on the bad ones because as soon as I get back there, I'm like, throwing up twice doing that. So I'm very careful now. I'm not really showing. You might think I am because I'm bloated. When you're pregnant, the your digestive system slows down, and so you have a lot more food in this area down here than you would normally. So it looks like you're showing, but you're really, really full. So I'll give you a picture here. Now I'm pretending. Look how big I am. No, not really. See, I can get down to there. That's not bad. Let's see here. Yeah, not really. Not really very showing. I'm kind of excited to show because then people will be like, oh hey, you're having a baby. Yes, I am. But we're probably going to be doing some kind of an announcement on Facebook at week 12. Because once you hit week 12, your odds of having a miscarriage go down significantly. So, yeah, other than that, lately I haven't even had much of an appetite. I have one probably legitimate craving. For the last 4 days, I've eaten a Jimmy John's turkey sub for lunch. However, it may be a craving, it may be just the fact that they deliver. That might be the reason why. But part of the reason why I'm actually getting around to a video is because this is my second day off on a whole week, and I might not be even going back to work. Basically, when I told my boss, I told him as soon as we knew, pretty much, so that, sympathy and, to make sure that I got what I wanted. I made arrangements with him that I would only work 40 hours a week, because most of the time when you're working this job, you're working 50 to 55 hours a week. That's a lot of overtime, which is good, but probably the worst symptom I had was just, fatigue. Really tired. And you're on your feet 8 hours a day at this job. And, yeah. So, I basically told him, he basically said, he sat down and he said, I've been working out the numbers in my head, and I'm trying to figure out how you're still here next year. And I was like, no. Because, I'm due in October. Once I have a baby, I'm not going back to work. So I basically told him I'll stay here with my people and train them, and then once they know what they're doing and they've got it down, then you can phase me out when it makes sense for you guys financially. So that started this week. Now John's freaking out because I'm not making any money. I will be. This gives me an opportunity to go through my stash and start selling stuff again. And it gives me the time to actually make stuff and sell it again, which I've got that little itch going on again. So it's kind of scary not having a job and having, more stuff to pay for, which, it's actually, I'm going with a midwife. So it's $3,000 if you do a regular birth and an additional $700 if you have to end up going cesarean, which do not want. It'd have to be life-threatening for me to go cesarean. So, trying to think what else. This is probably way too long for me to even get off my phone. So I'll have to send it to you in snippets. So, anyway, that's all I got off the top of my head. The next important step is I've got a doctor's appointment, like the first week in April, and since I'm going to be 35 when I give birth, the doctor says that there's a test that they recommend to determine whether your baby's going to have Down syndrome or not. John and I talked about it. John kind of wanted to have the test, and I'm kind of like, well, it's not going to make a difference. So why bother, you know, spending the money to get that done? So I'm just going to call them up and say, don't bother. We'll just, you know, cross that bridge if we get to it. So and I'll probably be meeting with my doctor every month. So I am super excited at like week 20 when you actually get the gender scan, when you actually figure out what kind it is, because I've got lots of clothes for boys and girls, and I'm really excited to know which group I need to pull out of storage. So anyway, hope you're having a good time there in Africa, and I'll see you later.